欢迎收看今天文茜的世界周报。先向所有的医护人员致敬，也希望染疫的人，你们可以一天一天的度过最痛苦的日子，慢慢的康复。先为大家来介绍一下全世界的疫情。首先，当去年我们看着电视，在电视上我们先看到了在中国大陆的武汉，接着很快的在欧洲，接着在美国，我们看到了医护人员没有防护衣，然后我们看到了在美国一个一个孤独死去的老人。对我们而言，我们知道那是发生在美国和欧洲的故事，它好像很真实，但是它距离你太遥远，让你感觉它像一个悲剧的电影一样。由于台湾的防疫成绩在去年政府做得非常的好，很少人想过这个情况最后会发生在我们的身上。而美国总统Joe Biden上台，希望能够达到一天100万剂，最终他达到了一天400万剂之后，美国现在疫苗过剩的状况是什么？你一下 San Francisco 的机场，不管你是谁，也不管你是不是公民，也不管你是不是富贵人家，你是白的，你是黑的，你是黄的，你是高的，你是矮的，直接就在旁边可以注射疫苗。美国现在为了鼓励疫苗，各种方式都有。如果按照正式的统计，美国已经有12个州达到了群体免疫，70%成人都已经完成了接种。美国现在正在接种的是 Pfizer 辉瑞疫苗，12岁到18岁。另外，辉瑞在全力的发展5岁到12岁的儿童。本周最新的消息是 Moderna 也成功发展了12岁到17岁的疫苗，正在申请美国 FDA 的批准。
America's pastimes are making a big comeback this Memorial Day weekend.
Start your engines!
In Indianapolis, 135,000 racing fans revved up at the Indy 500, the largest crowd at a sporting event since the start of the pandemic. In Washington, D.C., thousands of bikers rolled through the nation's capital, raising awareness for missing service members. In Boston, Fenway Park is packed again. Even CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky was there, throwing out the first pitch. While travel soars to pandemic peaks.
您可还记得1年前的美国是这幅光景？
As the nation reaches a grim milestone in its war against COVID-19 with nearly 100,000 dead, this Memorial Day was also about honoring the living heroes. Late today, the skies above California filled with 18 historic fighter planes, flying over hospitals, paying tribute to those on the new front lines.
整整1年后。
They are the welcome scenes we haven't seen in more than a year. Millions flooding airports around the country, from Chicago to Miami, Newark to Vegas. Over the weekend, TSA set a new pandemic record, nearly 2 million passengers in a single day, in all processing more than 6 times the travelers of Memorial Day 2020. Crowds flocking to sunny beaches down south. Around many of the nation's national parks, most hotel rooms are fully booked through Labor Day. And Hawaii, once home of some of the strongest COVID restrictions, now once again filled with tourists.
总结整个阵亡将士纪念日长假，全美机场有近900万人次出行。
The good news? Average daily cases now just above 15,000, and average reported deaths are at levels not seen since March of last year.
原因只有一个。
This is why this airport is open. This is why these new flights are happening, because people are traveling. They're able to travel, and it's because of the vaccine.
Right now, nearly 134 million people, about 52% of the adult population in the U.S., is fully vaccinated, and more than 162 million people, about 63% of the adult population, has received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine.
The more people we get vaccinated, the more success we're going to have. Our
fight against this virus.
President Biden is sending out a rallying cry to Americans, announcing June as the National Month of Action, outlining additional steps his administration is taking to reach the goal of having 70% of American adults to receive one vaccination shot by the 4th of July holiday.
12 states have already met the 70% threshold. California and Maryland are the latest to join those ranks.
离全美7成人口完全接种目标尚缺1600万人。从联邦到地方，政府抛出重力相诱。
Starting next week, many vaccination sites will be offering extended hours during the month of June, including pharmacies that will be open 24 hours every Friday night. Kroger announced that they're going to give away $1 million each week to someone who gets vaccinated at one of their pharmacies. The NBA, the NHL, NASCAR tracks, they're offering vaccines outside playoff games and at races. Major League Baseball will be offering free tickets to people who get vaccinated at the ballpark. And to top it off, Anheuser-Busch announced that beer is on them on July the 4th. That's right, get a shot and have a beer.
各州祭出重赏，因为美国虽然现在确诊人数骤降，不过单日接种人数自1月以来首次跌破了100万人，是一大警讯。
The pace of vaccination is slowing dramatically to an average of just over 1 million doses a day. Compare that to 3.3 million doses a day in April. Dr. Anthony Fauci tells CNN America's battle against COVID-19 looks promising right now, but only if vaccinations continue at the same rate.
The one thing we want to make sure is that we don't declare victory prematurely and feel that because things are going in the right direction that we don't have to keep vaccinating people.
好消息是，佛奇审慎乐观地认为，在感恩节前，美国就能开始替12岁以下孩童施打疫苗。
We hope that as we approach the end of this calendar year, we'll have enough information to vaccinate children of any age.
The administration is hoping more young people will adopt, as a new CDC study shows a recent troubling rise in COVID hospitalizations among 12 to 17-year-olds.
It is these findings that force us to redouble our motivation to get our adolescents and young adults vaccinated.
This morning, mobile vaccine clinics were ready outside schools.
Our families trust their principals, they trust their schools. And so if they can come to what is almost their second home and get it done, it just makes a big difference.
Tonight, they'll park at bars and nightclubs.
We're going to go where young New Yorkers are.
Meantime, Massachusetts announcing plans to close all its mass vaccination sites in the coming weeks. 2/3 of the state's adults are now fully vaccinated. New Jersey, not far behind, just dropped all indoor capacity limits.
Vaccinations are up, jobs are up, wages are up. America is finally on the move again.
From coast to coast, crowds gathering on beaches and at backyard barbecues, in parks and parades, Americans coming together to honor the fallen.
Today is wonderful. We can finally shake hands, talk to each other, enter places without masks. This is the way it should be.
拜登在阵亡将士纪念日到维吉尼亚州的阿灵顿国家公墓，向阵亡士兵献上花圈。
We're free because they were brave. State the obvious. Our democracy is imperfect. It always has been. But Americans of all backgrounds, races, creeds, gender identities, sexual orientations have long spilled their blood to defend our democracy.
在独裁政权面前，民主是用鲜血换来的；在病毒面前，自由是用疫苗换来的。
Because of that, America is headed into a summer dramatically different from last year's summer. A summer of freedom,